So where do you see yourself at 5 years from now?
Oh, a global speaker, number one bestseller all
Okay.
around the world, and basically an impactor, like the light, So I'm doing it now, but I'll be happier to do it on a larger scale because there's just way more people that we can reach. Because I believe we can live in a world where everybody is happy. Because when I celebrate me, I get to celebrate you. And if everybody does their personal work, there'll be no work to be done.
Do you do traveling? Go to different cities, states, and all?
Absolutely. I'm about to go to New York in September
Okay.
with the children's book launch, and I've been to Texas and Greenville. And so, yes, I definitely travel depending on where they at and where they need me at. So I can travel for keynote speaking as well.
So how does that feel, knowing that you are trapped? I mean, to it's not only Charlotte,
Other cities.
it's city, states,
And
and it's
what's
gonna be
so
and it,
fun though? On the Facebook, it allows me to even be in different countries, right? So I
correct.
have followers in London, I have followers in Africa, I have followers all over. So when I go live, they can see me wherever they are. And
Okay.
so I'm building that up to be able to travel to further, like out of the country, to be able to impact as well. That's why I say global. The dream is global in 5 years.
Uh-oh,
Right
uh-oh.
now, I'm state to state, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to go across the water.
How do you keep yourself at such? I mean, because sometimes when we see, when you see it coming, you can see that vision. How do you keep yourself at such a calm?
Space.
Correct.
I think because God only gives me a little bit at a time. When I started writing, I didn't know it would fall into a movement. And when I created the movement just to inspire women, I didn't know it would become a 501c3, a nonprofit. I didn't know I would brand a logo. So I think that soon as he walked me into one door, he opens up a little bit more. And so he does that on purpose, right? So that we don't
Correct.
lose our minds. And so I think for me, you're seeing 10 years later, 20 years later, but it has been baby steps, baby steps. So now I'm at the place where, okay, what is left to do? Now it's just the moment. What Oprah always says, success is when preparation meets opportunity. And so I'm proud that I have been preparing all this time when nobody saw me, right? Because it's what you do in secret that he brings to the light. And if you continuously take care of who you are when nobody's looking, then when they are looking, then your existence and your impact is way more profound. And because I committed to what I knew to be true without a co-signer, it's allowed me to mature and grow into this place where now I'm like, wow, this can be global. I didn't know it then. I didn't know what can I do with poetry. How can I make poetry my life? How can I transform life? How can I live my best life on poetry? I
Correct.
couldn't comprehend that. But the more it's unfolding, the more I'm like, oh, that's it. Because I even wrote a play called Picking Up the Broken Pieces.
Okay.
So that's another piece. So
Correct.
it's like, I wrote a song for the movement.
Yeah.
So it's like, as long as he gives me something, I'm going to put it in the portal as done and move on to the next thing.
So when you see yourself as far as, because I see movies,
Yeah,
TV,
you would
when
have
you
said
when
it.
you, when you see when you see
Yeah.
them coming into existence,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? How do you prepare yourself for those type things? I mean, because it's coming.
I prepare myself because I'm just so ready.
Yeah.
I think you're prepared because you have experienced the weight in a way that weight as in WEIGHT, but also weight as in what you've been carrying. And so I have been waiting with the weight all this time, and now I'm just like, come on, where is it
Okay.
at? Yeah. So I'm just more excited because I have been dreaming it for so long that I'm just ready for it to manifest.
So when it does manifest, will it change you?
Um, I think it will. It will not only change me in a way, because what I found that stuff happening for you, what it does, it makes you more trustworthy to yourself. And so when I begin to see all these dreams that I have unfold in a way that's at the level that I dreamt it, I think it will definitely change me in a way that I can trust that everything I say I want, I can have. And so today is the evidence of yesterday's dream, and tomorrow will be the evidence of today's dream. And so as long as I continue to believe in it and wait for it,
Correct.
I think that it's going to change me in a way that lets me know that there is nothing I can't do. And so once that happens, I'm ready to dream a new dream to go to the next level in that.
We're running out of time. If someone wants to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
They can go to preciouspaulin.com. They can go email me at preciouspwords@aol.com, and they can get in contact with me. They can find my products on my website at preciouspaulin.com. They can book me, soul coach. I also do soul coaching for people. But yeah, they can find me at that.
Precious Paulin, thank you for coming on the show, and I look
for
forward to you
having
coming
me.
back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show, and you be encouraged. Thank you.
Experience, because it just validates my mission and my purpose of I choose me, #no more excuses, which our motto is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And what all these testimonies are is embracing that one part. Because at the core of who you are, your experiences is what makes you a gift. It is what leads you into your destiny. It is the reason why God spoke into your life, because he had purpose for you before you got here. And so I want you to always embrace the preparation, because what I noticed in everybody's story was the valley, right? Because the valley is where we find our purpose. And those places where we're at our lowest points is when we find out why God chose us for such a time like this. And then we get to show up after he breathed life into our bones, right? We get to show up with our stories, we get to show up with our experience, and we get to show up with our light. Because what your light does, it allows somebody else to see in their darkness, to find their switch. Because so often we are lost in a time. I'm so lost in a time trying desperately to see clear. What turn did I miss, or what message I didn't hear? For I'm walking a path on this future I didn't plan, and no matter how fast I'm moving, it seems in the same place that I stand. Because I want so many things, but I just can't get it right. And at this time, my spirit and flesh are in a fight. But I'm stuck in the middle trying to choose which way to go, and I'm going through these obstacles, and each day I never know. Is this the day that my Lord will rescue me, cast out all these spirits, and set my body free? For I long for a peace that I once knew, long to let go of the path that I can't go back through. Trying hard to accept the letdowns to myself and embrace who I am, to let go of my pride and grasp my fellow loved one's hand. For they are reaching out for me, but I must convince them I got it together, knowing that I'm getting cold and wet in this stormy weather. And so I'm asking God, why do you have the rain falling on me the way you do? And he simply answers, that's not the rain, but that's my tears anointing you. For I know what I placed in you to be. And I'm just putting you in storm so that you can see. Look at who you are and search for my divinity in thee. And know that this place in your life is where I needed you to be. For I needed you to experience some hurts and letdowns so you can connect yourself to me and embrace the life I gave you and be the best that you can be. I love you, my child, and I'm watched from up above. So I ask that you stop searching, for I am, and there is no greater love. And so what I want you to understand is that the core of you is where your God peace lies. It is where that love is. It is where you get to come out of your valley in order to stand on your mountain. Because everybody who stood up here and spoke are on their mountaintop. Because when you show up with your testimony, remove the shame and get in your lane, you get to be who God called you to be, which is a gift because you decided to be present. And so at this time, I'm going to dedicate this poem to everybody that has experienced what it takes to show up, and it's called Showing Up. To be an ex means to escape from that which you knew. in order to be of service because of the things you went through. That no matter what it looks like in the midst of the plight, there is destiny waiting. God is preparing the flight. But in the preparation, you must learn to remove the shame. So when you speak of your journey, the essence whispers his name. The name of our brother who died so you would live. Yeshua gave his life. So there is grace on the story you were chosen to give. Yes, I said chosen because God decided every step you would take when he wrote your book. And he needed to send you that way so your brothers and sisters could take a look. A look at the fact that you were able to turn yourself around. When he sent you on your valley so your purpose can be found. A valley is mandatory for a mountain to reside. So the pain of your story unlocks the masterpiece you provide. God decided to breathe life into your dry bones, which means he put you in a place to protect you from other stones. The stones of the people who don't understand your story, but it was set up that way for God to get the glory. Continue to embrace your testimony, releasing fear of the shame. For you know it was required to stay in your lane. Wow. The lane of your gift with the momentum being the key. Towards understanding when you love yourself, it is really loving thee. Thee being the God peace in which only you hold. Stand up in your story and let us see the structure of God's mold. I celebrate you for showing up with your light, continually allowing others to see the switch to their light, which is the message that God can do for me, for you, what he has already done for me. And so I inspire you to understand that you are a light. And every time you show up, every time you embrace the preparation, every time you decide that you were built for the ride, God will continue to allow you to light up every room you enter because it's your birthright. It is your birthright to show up and be who you were called to be. So remove the shame and get in your name because I choose me, hashtag no more excuses because you were born enough. Thank you. Just especially for today. I just want to share how humbled I am to be a part of such an amazing experience because it just validates my mission and my purpose of I choose me, hashtag no more excuses, which our motto is I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday.